The bodies of 3 hostages were recovered in Gaza, leading to an outpouring of reaction, including from Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, saying in a post on X, "This is a terrible loss," and pledging to return all hostages, living or deceased. Tal Heinrich is a spokesperson for the Prime Minister. Tal, welcome to the show. Good morning. So we know the IDF just recovered 3 more bodies of Israeli hostages. There's no deal on the table to bring the remaining hostages home. Do you think these sad endings are inevitable at this point?
Thank you for having me on this morning, Hannah. It was a very, very sad day. Right before Shabbat, the IDF spokesperson came out and announced publicly that our forces have recovered the bodies of Amit and Shani Luk, and also Itzhak from Eastern Rafah. And I commend you and your producers, by the way, for using these words, rescued, recovered, retrieved, because I've seen some reportings out there saying the IDF seized the bodies. So no, that's not the situation. And so thank you for reporting it the right way. Those 3 young people, they were trying to escape the Nova Music Festival on October 7th. They were brutally murdered by Hamas, and their bodies were taken into Gaza. Now, this is day 224 of the October 7th war. Can you imagine the mental, the physical torture that their families, the living hell they've been going through? And again, we're talking about 129 remaining hostages. Some of them are, time has run up for them, and others are alive.
Tal, we've actually had family members on, and the hell, the personal hell that they're living through, it's so sad, and of course our heart goes out to them. But I want to ask you that question again. Do you think these sad endings are inevitable, considering there's still no deal on the table, and there's so many within Israel who are asking or begging for the government to reach a deal to bring hostages home, regardless of what's happening in Gaza? What would your response be to that, especially as we're seeing and hearing about more Israeli deaths?
Bringing our stolen people back home is obviously a top priority. It's one of the war objectives as we defined it on October 7th, and our war objectives have not changed since then, and are also supported by the U.S. administration. As you know, Israel and international mediators have been working tirelessly to try to reach another deal, another hostage release deal, another framework similar to the one that we had back in November, and then Hamas is violated, and we got back into fighting. But the problem is that Hamas, they haven't been serious about negotiations so far, Hannah. They keep presenting outlandish demands. And what do they want? What do they want? They want to remain in power. As simple as that. They want the IDF to withdraw, and they want to remain in power, to live another day, and to carry out another October 7th massacre for very obvious reasons. These are not things that Israel could agree to.
Yeah, I do want to bring up American lawmakers, because National Security Advisor John Kirby has warned against what he's calling indiscriminate and reckless ground assault in Rafah. And we know that the U.S. and Israeli officials are meeting on Sunday. So not all American leaders and obviously world leaders are with the invasion of Rafah. So what's left of this relationship with the U.S., with even the U.S. saying this invasion might not be the best idea?
So to set the record straight, the war objectives that we have in place are to bring our hostages back home, to destroy Hamas's governing and military capabilities, and also to ensure that Gaza will never pose a terror threat to Israel again. Now, these war objectives are fully supported by the U.S. administration. John Kirby himself, he was recently asked about that, and he said that the U.S. backs these objectives. It's true that we have certain disagreements, with Rafah being one of them, but I can tell you that just in recent days, where we've operated in Eastern Rafah, our forces eliminated dozens of terrorists there. We uncovered 700 tunnel shafts, including 50 tunnels that cross from Egypt into Rafah. This is a main artery from which much of the ammunition and terror infrastructure has funneled into Gaza over the years. We just released images, by the way, of armed Hamas terrorists in recent days standing next to UN vehicles inside an UNRWA facility, a UN logistics warehouse, and also shooting at people outside, civilians.
We have seen that on both sides. I mean, there's video from both sides of that. I do want to mention that.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.